بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما كثيرا وبه نستعين وما توفيقي إلا بالله عليه توكلت إليه أنيب أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, all thanks and glorification are due to Allah. We thank Him for another opportunity to meet in this Masjid of Federal University of Technology, Mina, to take lessons from the verses of the glorious Quran. Today, the 5th of Ramadan, 1446 years after the Hijrah of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, which is equivalent to 5th of March, 2025. Bismillah, we continue taking our lessons from the chapter that is called Surah Al-An'am of the glorious Quran, which is chapter 6. And today we are going to continue from verse 156. 156. Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أن تقولوا إنما أنزل الكتاب على طائفتين من قبلنا وإن كنا عن دراستهم لغافلين.
Allah Ta'ala says, أن تقولوا إنما أنزل الكتاب على طائفتين من قبلنا وإن كنا عن دراستهم لغافلين. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala revealed the glorious Quran as a guide to mankind, with clear explanation regarding what mankind needs as a guide to successfully live on the surface of the earth and also return back to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to earn the blessings of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala and His Rahmah. But then people can give excuses on why they did not take the right path of guidance. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala now establish certain sort of proofs or evidences that will not give room for excuses to mankind. You have no excuse other than to follow Allah. One, the glorious Quran, when we mention as the only unique book on the surface of the earth today, that you have over 200 million memorizing it, even if they don't know the meaning, because Allah promised to preserve it. A book that neither a letter or a word or alphabet had been changed throughout the years up to now. This Quran as a guide, Allah said, "Fattabi'u, follow this Quran, and you'll get the best of what you need. Wattaqu la'allakum turhamun, and avoid disbelief and associating partner with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala so that you can earn the rahmah of Allah." Allah revealed this Quran and asked you to follow. Allah said, "An taqulu," so that you will not have any excuse that you now say, "Innama unzila kitabu ala ta'ifatayn min qablina." You will not have excuse to say that the book was revealed to other people that came earlier before us, but no book was revealed to us. People can give excuses. We have never seen any book. We've never seen any guidance. We heard that, yes, a book has been revealed for the people of Musa, for the people of Isa, Jesus Christ. But as for us, no book has been revealed to us. Allah Ta'ala said, no. This Quran was revealed to you with clear explanation so that you will not have that excuse. Moreover, one thing that Allah established by Himself is that He will never punish a people without sending them a guide. وَمَا كُنَّا مُعَذِّبِينَ حَتَّى نَبْعَثَ رَسُولًا. We will not punish a people until we send them a messenger. This is one of the justice, kindness, and goodness of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Allah will have decided to create people of hell, create people of paradise, create. It's His creators. He's the one that creates. Whatever He decides with His creation, nobody will question Him. But He decided that He will establish evidence, proof, before He will hold you responsible for not following the right guidance. And one of such things is that He has sent a book. So the Quran was revealed and was sent so that you can take it as a book of guidance. You will not have the excuse to say this book was not revealed to us. وَإِن كُنَّا عَنْ دِرَاسَتِهِمْ لَغَافِلِينَ. Therefore, we cannot be able to study it, meaning we don't know the contents, we don't know the message. And that is why we did not obey and follow the instructions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you don't have that excuse to give. Or أو تقولوا
أو تقولوا لو أنا أنزل علينا الكتاب لكنا أهدى منهم فقد جاءكم بينة من ربكم وهدى ورحمة فمن أظلم ممن كذب بآيات الله وصدف عنها سنجزي الذين يصدفون عن آياتنا سوء العذاب بما كانوا يصدفون.
Another thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, if the book has not been revealed to you with clear explanation, you may give some other excuses. أو تقولوا, or you will say, لو أنا أنزل علينا الكتاب. If only the book had been revealed to us, لكنا أهدى منهم. Would have followed it better than the way they followed it. If we have been given revelation, we'll have followed it to the latter. We'll have done all that is expected of us. But it has not been revealed to us. So you will not have this excuse. That is why Allah Ta'ala sent the book clearly to you, so that you will not get this excuse. فَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ بَيِّنَةٌ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ. And certainly a clear evidence has come from your Lord. Clear evidence has come from your Lord Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَهُدًى, and a clear guidance. A guide has come. وَرَحْمَةٌ, and also a rahmah specially sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. أي رحمة لمن اتبعه. Whoever followed the Quran become a rahmah, a soft mercy to him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَمَنْ أَظْلَمُ. Is there anybody that have committed wrong deeds against himself? مَمَّنْ كَذَّبَ بِآيَاتِ اللَّهِ, like that person who denied the signs of Allah. Is there anybody that has wronged himself much more than that particular person that denied the signs of Allah, ayatullah? And what are the signs of Allah? The ayatullah, there are the ayatullah that you are reading, the signs of Allah, Quran, the message. And there is ayatullah al-kawniyah, the signs of Allah that Allah created, you can see. إِنَّ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَاخْتِلَافِ اللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ لَآيَاتٍ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. Look at the creation of the heavens. Look at the creation of the earth. Look at the alternation of the day and the night. Look at all these wonderful things Allah created. It is not enough to draw your attention that there is wisdom behind creation. وَفِي أَنفُسِكُمْ أَفَلَا تُبْصِرُونَ. Don't even go far. Look at yourself. You yourself is enough. Just study yourself. You will see the wonders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The way Allah created you, you never created yourself. You never dropped from the skies. You never just woke up and see that yes, somebody. No, you just saw yourself in this dunya. أَمْ خُلِقُوا مِنْ غَيْرِ شَيْءٍ أَمْ هُمُ الْخَالِقُونَ. Were they created from nothing, they just dropped? Or they were the creators themselves? Ask yourself, who created you? Did you create yourself? One wonderful thing about this dunya is that even if you are to be asked, what day did you realize that you are in this world? Can you specifically mention that, yes, it is on so date, so time, and I'll say, yes, I'm in the world? Who can mention that? You just realize you are in the world. Nothing. You never can tell, this is the time I know, okay, I have arrived in the world. This is another wonder of Allah Ta'ala. And similarly, when you are going to return back to Allah, you just see yourself in the grave. You just see yourself in the grave, you have arrived. And then questions and interrogations will begin to come. So this is enough an ayah of Allah. And look at how your body system is. How your body system is operating. The blood circulatory system, the nervous system, the circulatory system, all the systems in your body, how they are operating. Look at your brain, look at your heart, look at your all things in your body. وَفِي أَنفُسِكُمْ أَفَلَا تُبْصِرُونَ. Can't you see in yourself that there is enough a sign for you to see and understand that yes, there is reason behind creation? So the person that now deny all this, he didn't pay attention to this. Is there anybody that have wronged himself better than this particular person? So that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying. There is nobody that will have run himself like this particular person. Who now, فَمَنْ أَظْلَمُ مِمَّنْ كَذَّبَ بِآيَاتِ اللَّهِ وَصَدَفَ عَنْهَا, and turns away. أي وَصَدَفَ يعني أَعْرَضَ. وَصَدَفَ عَنْهَا أَعْرَضَ عَنْهَا. He turned away and never want to listen. There are people that today they don't want you to discuss about death, about the resurrection. They don't want to hear that anything. All they want to hear is dunya. All they want to hear is about the world, materialism, matter. That's all. Where are you heading to? You say, maybe I'm traveling to my town. I'm traveling. No, I mean, where are you really heading to? You are heading to a destination. You started from somewhere. 200 years ago, almost all those that are living in this dunya about human beings, none of them was existing 200 years ago. How about 200 years to come? I'm not a soothsayer, but I will not be around. I don't know whether you'll be around 200 years to come. Even if you'll be around in the next 100 years to come, you will be a liability. That's one of the wonders of Allah Ta'ala, to tell you that, yes, you have a beginning, you have an end. And you can't resist that. Is it not enough an ayah for you? But somebody don't want to mention that. He don't want you to talk about death in his presence at all. Don't mention ancient death. Don't mention, you are spoiling our story, our discussion. So is there anybody that wronged himself, like that particular person, that don't want to hear about his destination? He don't want to hear about his journey. He don't want to hear about where he's heading to. This person have wronged himself. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَصَدَفَ عَنْهَا. Allah said, سَنَجْزِي الَّذِينَ يَصْدِفُونَ عَنْ آيَاتِنَا سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ بِمَا كَانُوا يَصْدِفُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, سَنَجْزِي الَّذِينَ. We shall certainly reward. We shall reward those الَّذِينَ يَصْدِفُونَ عَنْ آيَاتِنَا, those that turn away from our signs, meaning there will be consequences. There will be consequences. Don't think nothing will happen. Because you don't want to hear the story of life after death. You don't want to hear anything about belief. You don't want to hear anything about faith. There are consequences. It will not just go like that. You will not just come at this dunya. You take all things that Allah created. You enjoy the oxygen, you enjoy the energy, you enjoy all these things, and then you refuse to serve Allah, you go back to Allah free like that. No, there are consequences. You will account for all these things. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, سَنَجْزِي الَّذِينَ يَصْدِفُونَ عَنْ آيَاتِنَا سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ. We are going to make them to test a very severe punishment. A very severe punishment. That's the consequences of your negligence, of your a sort of turning away from the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. بِمَا كَانُوا يَصْدِفُونَ. This punishment will come as a result of what they used to do of turning away. They don't want to listen. They don't want to pay attention. So what we are saying here is that, why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send revelation? He sent revelation so that mankind will not have any excuse. But Allah ta'ala just left him like that. Allah said, وَمَا كُنَّا مُعَذِّبِينَ حَتَّى نَبْعَثَ رَسُولًا. People will not be punished if Allah did not send a messenger to them. If a prophet has not been sent to people, they will never be punished, unless a messenger has been sent to them and they reject. So people that live without messenger, without prophets that has been sent to them, Allah will not punish them until the prophet has been sent and then they reject. So there are 5 key important things that Allah has placed. Enough not to give room for people to give excuses. What are those 5 things? Number 1, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent messengers. Messengers. And these messengers having to be human beings that can serve as role model. So you don't have excuse to say, I cannot be able to implement this, because a messenger has been sent to you who was able to implement. And he's also a human being like you. He eats, he drinks, he rests, he gets tired, he gets this, he has blood in his body, he has all these things, and he implemented this particular book. Do you have excuse to say, I cannot implement it? You will not have excuse. And that's why the messengers were sent to be role models. لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ لِمَنْ كَانَ يَرْجُو اللَّهَ وَالْيَوْمَ الْآخِرَ وَذَكَرَ اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا. Prophets are role models. And because they are role models, you are supposed to take them as example in implementing Quran. When Aisha was asked, how can we know who is the prophet? He said, read Quran. Anything you see Quran directing, you see Rasul implementing. Anything you see Quran warning, you see Rasul avoiding it. So Rasul is Quran practical. And that is why when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said He's going to call him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to serve as a witness to mankind, he was shedding tears. One of those days, a Rasul was sitting, he now called one of the companions, called Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. He said, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, come and recite Quran to me, I want to listen. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud said, should I come and recite what has been revealed to you? It has been revealed to you, so should I be the one to recite it? Rasul said, yes, I want to listen to someone reciting. So Abdullah ibn Mas'ud came, and Rasul was calmly listening. He started Surah An-Nisa. Rasul was listening to him calmly, with full attention. Until when he reached this verse where Allah Ta'ala is saying, فَكَيْفَ إِذَا جِئْنَا مِنْ كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ بِشَهِيدٍ وَجِئْنَا بِكَ عَلَىٰ هَؤُلَاءِ شَهِيدًا. Rasul said, it's enough. Abdullah bin Rasul said, when I raised my eyes, I look at Rasul, I saw tears full of the eyes, in the eyes of Rasul. Tears. Listening to us Quran calmly. And this is what is expected of a believer. Pay attention to the Quran. Listen to Al-Quran. And Rasul shedded tears at a verse where Allah said, فَكَيْفَ إِذَا جِئِنَا مِنْ كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ بِشَهِيدٍ. How can you imagine a situation that will come? Allah said, when we will invite every community, every nation, generations upon generation, we will invite them with someone as a witness. Someone as a witness. Meaning that they will not have any excuse. And then وَجِئْنَا بِكَ عَلَىٰ هَؤُلَاءِ شَهِيدًا. And we will bring you, O the Prophet, as a witness over your people. The Prophet started shedding tears. You begin to wonder, what is making him shed tears here? Because some of us might read certain verses like this, just laugh over it and go away. Because you are not internalizing the message. What is the message all about? When Allah said, every community will be brought with a witness, and then you will be brought also as a witness over your community. And he's shedding tears. Why is he shedding tears? Yes, to serve as a witness. Have you implemented the book enough for them to see? So that they will have no excuse. And what are the excuses you think that are rooms created for them to have given excuses of not doing what they are supposed to do? On the part of Rasul, he delivered the message. In fact, before he departed this dunya, at the farewell Hajj, when the global world then gathered, he asked them, he said, have I delivered? Everybody said, you have delivered. He said, Allahumma fashhad. Allah, you are my witness. I have done it. Before he returned back to Allah. Now back to us as the Ummah of Rasul. Allah also said in the glorious Quran, وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ وَيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا. Also to you, as the followers of Rasul, Allah said similar thing. We made you to be an ummah that is moderate. Ummatan wasata. Why did we make you like this? لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ. So that you can be witness over mankind. As Rasul was witness over you, you are witness over mankind. Rasul to be witness, he was shedding tears. For you to be witness over others, are you worried? That's the question. Why? You may not be worried because probably you have not actually done what you are supposed to do. Because to be witness over mankind, meaning Muslims should be role models. That people will have no excuse to have followed the path of misguidance because they have seen the clear guidance in the Muslims. Honest dealings, sincere dealings, uprightness, good morals, reflection over the wonders of Allah, dedication to the worship of Allah. Have we shown the global world the meaning of all these things in our life? That they can say, if you don't know anything about sincerity, see the Muslims. If you don't know anything about fulfilling promises, see the Muslims. If you don't know anything about this, see the Muslims. In a situation in the world today where so many vices that are out there with others committing, you also have, if not worse, similar situation in the life of the Muslims themselves. So Allah said to Rasul, among the 5 evidences that no one, Allah has placed that you don't have any excuse, He sent messengers, and the messengers are human beings implementing the book. So you have no reason not to implement the book. Number 2 reason, Allah sent a book, which is a reference point. He sent a book as a reference, the Quran. If the messenger is not no more around, the Quran is there. The same Quran that changed the earlier generation is the same Quran with you now. The same Quran they followed and became champion in anything good is the same Quran that is left with you. So no excuse. Another thing also that should serve as evidence that you don't have any excuse is that he made the Quran clearly explicit in explaining what is right and what is wrong. It is very explicit. It explains everything, and that's why Allah Ta'ala said, so that you will not say that this book was revealed to other people other than us. Maybe we didn't understand it. The Quran is very clear for you to understand. And then number 4 of the evidences that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala have sent is that apart from the Quran, He has left scholars of the day. Scholars that can explain the reference book, which is Quran. And that's why Rasulullah said about the scholars, al-ulama, he said, warasatul anbiya. The scholars and the ulama are those that inherited the prophets, inheriting them in knowledge, in explanation regarding revelation. They are not receiving any new revelation, but they stand in place of the prophets in explaining what this revelation is all about. So the 4th excuse, you don't have any excuse because Allah have left scholars to explain. And then lastly, what is the last thing? The 5th, your intellect, your reasoning, yourself. And that's why the Quran will ask, أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ تَذَكَّرُونَ تَفَكُّرْ تَذَكُّرْ تَعَقُّلْ. So many places, can't you apply your reasoning? Can't you think well? Can't you reflect? So if all these 5 things Allah have provided, Allah has provided, He has sent messengers, they are human beings that could serve as role models to you, and they implemented the book without difficulties. Allah sent the book, and it is still here with you. Allah made the book clearly explain the book clearly that you can read and understand. Allah left ulama who inherited the prophets in explanation, and then Allah gave you the intellect and the sense of reasoning. Then what excuse do you have? What kind of excuse? So that's why Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is saying all this, and taqulu, so that you will not say, so that you will not claim, so that you will not give excuses. Then Allah Ta'ala said now, هَلْ يَنْظُرُونَ
هل ينظرون إلا أن تأتيهم الملائكة أو يأتي ربك أو يأتي بعض آيات ربك يوم يأتي بعض آيات ربك لا ينفع نفسا إيمانها لم تكن آمنت من قبل أو كسبت في إيمانها خيرا قل انتظروا إنا منتظرون.
Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala says earlier, you have no excuse not to follow Allah. You have no excuse not to follow the right path of guidance. You have no excuse regarding the kind of life you have taken for yourself that is against the teachings of your Creator Allah. All the explanations are clear. But then, هل ينظرون إلا أن تأتيهم الملائكة أو يأتي ربك أو يأتي بعض آيات ربك. What are they waiting for? You are invited, come and answer the call of Allah. What are you waiting? Why are you dragging? Why are you waiting? Why are you dragging foot? Why are you resisting? Why are you not listening? Why are you not accepting now? Now, don't wait till tomorrow. Why are you not accepting the right path of guidance now? Allah said, هل ينظرون? Oh, are they waiting? Are they waiting? هل ينظرون إلا أن تأتيهم الملائكة? Are they waiting until when the angel of death will have come? تأتيهم الملائكة يعني لقبل أرواحهم عند الموت وقتها. Are they waiting until the time that is no more hours or minutes left for them, when the soul is about going out, when the life is about terminating and finishing? Are you waiting till that time? And do you know when the time will come? Is that what you have? So this is a question you ask yourself. Why am I dragging foot? Why am I not responding? Why am I not taking this path of guidance immediately? Are they waiting until when the angels of death will have come? أو يأتي ربك, or until your Lord will have come. Scholars say يأتي ربك or أو يأتي عذاب ربك. Until when the punishment of Allah will have descended on you, until when you are already cut off, and then that is when you start to be giving excuses. أو يأتي بعض آيات ربك, or are you waiting until some signs among the signs of Allah showing the end of time will have come? Some scholars says signs of end of time, like when the world will begin to be a sort of revolving anti-clockwise, when things will turn differently. The way you see this east and the west, it will now turn to the reverse, meaning everything have now changed shape. It is now the last day and the last hour. Are you waiting until that time? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, but yawma yati ba'du ayati rabbik. That particular moment when some signs of your Lord has started coming to show that the end of time has come, at that particular moment, لا ينفع نفسا إيمانها لم تكن آمنت من قبل. At that moment, any soul that has not believed earlier, its belief now will not be of benefit. No benefit. And that is what Allah Ta'ala is telling us about these believers. Dragging foot, not doing the right thing. Until when finally death comes to them, رَبِّ ارْجِعُونِي لَعَلِّي أَعْمَلُ صَالِحًا فِي مَا تَرَكْتُ. At the point of them say, oh God, give me slight opportunity, let me go back. Those sins I have abandoned, let me go back, I will correct myself now. Oh, it's too late. It's too late. Because we are told that this dunya is like dream. النَّاسُ نِيَامٌ فَإِذَا مَاتُوا انْتَبَهُ. People are like sleeping. People are like sleeping. It is when they wake up that they see reality. People are sleeping. So all what is going on in the world is a state of dream. It's like that person who is sleeping and is dreaming that he is eating chickens. He is flying on the best aeroplane. He has the most expensive mansion built for him. And then a lot of celebrations being organized for him. All the world have gathered, standing for him. Then suddenly he woke up and he sees himself on the mat. And then he begins to tell the other person that, this is what I have been seeing. It's gone, isn't it? Maybe the other person will say, okay, why can't you go back to sleep so that you continue that? He say, but don't play with me, isn't it? Because some person is gone. Wallahi, that is dunya. It is after some people have found themselves in the grave, they will open their eyes and say, so what happened now? Say, no, it has happened. At that moment, when the disbelievers say, رَبِّ ارْجِعُونِي لَعَلِّي أَعْمَلُ صَالِحًا فِي مَا تَرَكْتُ. Give me opportunity, let me go back. It is like that person sleeping who was dreaming and then woke up and said, let me go back and continue enjoying the chicken. It is gone. So use the opportunity you have now. And that's why Rasulullah said, اِقْتَنِمْ خَمْسًا قَبْلَ خَمْسٍ. Use 5 things before 5 other things. شَبَابِكَ قَبْلَ هَرَمِكَ. You are youth now with energy. Use that energy you have before old age. Any old person you see today, he was a youth also before. Any person you see that is battling with life because of age, earlier before now, 30 years or 40 years ago, he was very strong and energetic. But this is today what time has done to him. And the same thing will happen to you. So don't misuse that your youthful age. And don't allow anybody to misuse it for you. You go and sell your dunya. You sell your akhirah, for the dunya of another person. You become a thug. A talk for someone, politician. You sell your life. You sell your future for the dunya of another person. Not even for your own dunya. You go, you are killed. Or you destroy your religion. Or your integrity, your image for the benefit of another person. What a great loser you are. Use your youthful age. And that is why for the youths that have taken into intoxicants, destroying your future, you sympathize with those kind of youths. The youth that are following others to destroy them, brainwashing them in certain things that is not a benefit for them, you sympathize with those kind of youth. destroying their future. And that's why when Rasulullah was discussing about youth, he said, among the 7 people that Allah will grant them a sort of a place of rest. Sab'atun yuzilluhum Allahu fi zillihi yawma la zilla illa zilluh. Among the 7 people that Allah will grant them comfort on the day of Qiyamah, when there is no comfort other than that comfort under the shade of Allah. Among them, he mentioned, he said, Shabun nasha'a fi ibadatillah. A youth, lady, or a youth that is a man, that grew up at that youthful age, he dedicated his life to the worship of Allah. Allah loved that kind of youth. Not the youth that misuse his youthful age. Shabun nashafi. So Rasul said, make use of your youthful age before old age. Shababika qabla haramika. Ghinaka qabla faqarika. Make use of your wealth before your poverty will come. Because there is a day of poverty. Even if you are a trillionaire, what's the day of poverty? When you die and the money you cannot even sign. Your signature has become obsolete. Yes, the money, you are the one that kept it. But if you have been declared dead and that signature is taken to the bank will not honor it. We'll have to be finding ways to confirm what happens. Because you are already gone. You only go with those particular pair of clothes. That mansion that you have invited the best of architects and town planners and whatever to get the place for you, to design the place for you, you will leave it behind. Another special room will be created for you that will just be a 4-cornered, small and tiny room. And that's your final and the best architectural home that will have been designed for you. That's it. So use your wealth before poverty. Ginaka qabla faqarika. Sihhatika qabla saqamika. Make use of your health before your sickness. Because this health is an expensive thing Allah has given you. You need to go to hospital and see how people are battling. You breathe in oxygen free of charge. Free, you bring it and you take it for granted. Go and see people that are being given artificial oxygen. How much are they paying? Is it per month they are paying? Per hour, not even per day. Hourly. And I believe it's more than 10 naira per hour. Huh? Some 1,000, some 2,000 per hour. And if you are to ask yourself, how many hours have you lived in this dunya? All alone. And those people that are managing that artificial oxygen, they didn't create the oxygen. They just maneuver one way so that you can be able to breathe. They are not the creators of the oxygen, but still you are paying. Imagine if they are the one creating the oxygen, how much will you be? And that's why as Allah is giving us this sunlight, source of energy. Source of energy. People now that will make use of solar panels and whatever to gather it so that you get energy, you are still paying them, isn't it? But they are not the creator of the energy. The sunlight is free from Allah. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. So how much have you been paying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? To urinate alone is a blessing of Allah. Urinate. You may not understand it's a blessing until when you want to urinate and it refuses to come out. When you begin to be sweating and you begin to be feeling hell, you know that to urinate, to defecate, excrete, is a blessing from Allah. And that's why when you come out from church, say, Alhamdulillah, alladhi adhaba anil abar wa afani fi jasadi. Oh Allah, I thank you that you have taken away this filth from me. Because if Allah did not allow that urine to come out, it means something in your body. It means something in your health. So the ni'mah of Allah are so much regarding your health. If people are sick, they are looking for health. They can give everything for that health. I once gave a story here, I think last 2 years or so, of someone, and it's a life story someone told me. One person who was very, very rich, but he happened to be faced with a particular kind of terminal sickness, ailment. When it was finally seen that it cannot be reversed, he was taken to different countries. He said anything, he can spend anything. But at the point, he was honestly told that you just have to, nothing can be done. He sat there, he shook his head, he said, could it be ampani ba? Money has no value. Because he has the money, he has everything, but now it cannot save his life. So Allah and Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, use your health now before that sickness will come. صحتك قبل سقمك جناك قبل فقرك صحتك قبل سقمك حياتك قبل موتك. Wallahi, use the opportunity of life before death, because it is coming. The people that died yesterday or day before yesterday, many of them have plans for tomorrow and next tomorrow, but they found themselves in the grave. And those that died yesterday or day before yesterday, it's not because they are tired of the world much more than you. Some of them even love it more than you, but they have left it behind. كم تركوا من جنات وعيون وزروع ومقام كريم ونعمة كانوا فيها فاكهين كذلك وأورثناها قوما آخرين فما بكى عليهم السماء والأرض وما كانوا منذرين. You die, you change nothing. Even market will continue after your death. Nothing changed. Leaders have died and others sought for their chair, and leadership continued. Rich people have died, businesses continued. Scholars have died, learning and teacher and learning continued. Anything you think you are, you die and it continues. Nothing will change. And that is why Rasulullah said, "Akthiru min dhikri hadim al-lazzat." Remind yourself frequently about the destroyer of enjoyment, and that is death. It strikes sometimes at a time you least expect. It strikes whether you welcome it or not, it doesn't matter. And once it comes, nobody can stop it. Yes, you can take all the precautions. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have decreed that you will not die, those precautions will not benefit you. If we have a decreed that you are going, you just have to go. Because in the first instance, you didn't bring yourself. So the one that brought you now saying he's taking you back. Therefore, use your life before your death. And also, faragika qabla shugulika. If you have opportunity, please use it before it slips away from you. You have opportunity, use it now before it slips away from you, before you become engaged, before something will carry your mind away and another person will have the opportunity. How many people only regret that they would have done this and this when they were this and that? And they see others. We talk about leadership, for example, today. Some were leaders for some years back, and today they are seeing other people leading. And they are alive, seeing them. Maybe they miss certain opportunities, they couldn't do something, and they see them doing it. May Allah assist us. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is now calling your attention. Do not wait until that time. هل ينظرون إلا أن تأتيهم الملائكة أو يأتي ربك أو يأتي بعض آيات ربك يوم يأتي بعض آيات ربك لا ينفع نفسا إيمانها لم تكن آمنت من قبل أو كسبت في إيمانها خيرا. They believe that soul that did not believe earlier, at now the time of going back to Allah, they believe now will not be of benefit. So it's better you believe now. It's better you come now. And as I used to say it, you see, like Islam now. Islam is a very simple, straightforward way of life. There are certain people that certain instructions in Islam, they are comfortable is the best thing. But dragging their foot, what is delaying you accepting this? Are you doubting that only one creator deserves to be worshipped because you can't have two creators? Are you doubting? You are not doubting. Then why can't you come and worship Allah? Are you doubting the teachings of the glorious Quran? You see some people, if Allah have not guided them, they will say the Quran is true and Allah is one and the Prophet is honest and this and that. But how about being Muslims? Dragging foot. Maybe they are thinking of what others will talk about them, or they are this and that. May Allah protect us. The same to you being a Muslim. You are being invited. This is what Allah wants you to do. And dragging foot. Are you waiting until when the time will have elapsed? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, so a life that lam takun amanat min qabl, that have not believed earlier, will not benefit again with belief now. أو كسبت في إيمانها خيرا أي لم تكن قد اكتسبت خيرا من الأعمال الصالحة أي في إيمانها خيرا. Someone that didn't seize the opportunity of life and then do good deeds, once that particular time comes, shikenan is gone. And that's what Sallallahu said, Badiru bil a'mal. Hasten if you are asked to do something. Quickly do it. Because there is a time is coming. كقطع الليل المظلم. يصبح الرجل مؤمنا ويمسي كافرا ويمسي كافرا ويصبح مؤمنا يبيع دينه بعرض من الدنيا. A time will come that people will trade their religion for worldly things. A time will come. Before that time, make sure you stick to the right path of guidance and do the best you can do now. Don't delay till when things have become so bad. In Islam, it is not your talk, it is not your preaching, it is not your communication, it is not your wise words. It is not that matters. It is what you do. Do something, act, implement. Wake up. You begin to talk about honesty, but you are dishonest. You are talking about good things, you are bad. You are talking about this, then what are you saying? Allah said, act, work, implement something. You have a society or a community that is only after planning and planning and planning and planning, no implementation. Or implementation, no follow-up. Will there be any positive things that will come? In our country today, a lot of people talk about we have analyzed our situation. Much more than a lot of project work, a lot of thesis, a lot of research, a lot of base solutions upon solutions have been, but which among these solutions have been implemented? And thoroughly with all the sincerity. That's the problem. Do something. When we say we are creating a platform, we have created this platform. If some of you are not there and you want to be there, Islamic IC, we call it IC, Islamic Scholars and Expert Community Initiative for Development in Nigeria. In Nigeria, north, south, west, east, we all have members who are professionals in their areas and those that are scholars of Islam. And why are we coming together under IC? We say we want to implement, even if it is little things. Enough of the talking, accusations, excuses, and pointing fingers at others, all this division, all this confusion in the ummah. This group fighting this group, these people looking down upon this suspecting this. Enough of that. Let's come down now and begin to implement little things in our community. May Allah assist us. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, that particular person that has not done something with a iman, lam takun amanat min qabl aw kasabat fi imaniha khayra, ay idha lam takun qad iktasabat khayran min al-a'mal as-salihah. Allah said, qul intadhiru inna muntadhirun. Tell them, oh the messenger of Allah, continue to be waiting. We are also waiting. Continue to be waiting. We are also waiting. The time will come. And you know one thing about time. Time do not wait for anybody. Time do not wait for anybody. Some people say do not waste time. Nobody wastes time. You only waste yourself. Because time remains as it is. Nobody controls it. You either use it or you miss it. That's all. So you have the time. And that's why when Allah Ta'ala says, as scholar says, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. Allah swore by time. As a human being is a loser. You continue to be losing your time. You are day number 1, day number 2, month number 1, year. You continue to be losing the years Allah have given you. Unless if you use those years for good things. Some of you have spent 12 years in this dunya already. Some 18, some 20, some 30, some 40, some 50, some 60. Someone came when another person asked him, how old are you? He said, I'm so number of years. He said, God, you have traveled so far. You are about reaching the destination. He said, so I don't know what I say. Yes, you have traveled so far. If you are already 60-something years, have you not traveled so far? You have traveled, the distance is very wide now. What remains, do you think is up to the other one you have left behind? No, even if you are left like that. Even if you are left on your own. Be left now, you that is already 70 years now, 60 years. Say, okay, no problem. Next 70 years, you are left next 70 years. Leave it for you. You know, you are gone. A human being's life is just like a building that block is being removed day after day. That block is your years. One day, it will finish. And you go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So build your dunya for the sake of your akhirah. Do not build your dunya for the sake of dunya. The dunya should be a means through which you get your akhirah. Nobody stop you from enjoying this dunya. Get your money, get your position, get your this through halal, through lawful means. And that's why we talk about lawful and unlawful. But at the same time, do not be attached to it and take it that that's the end of everything. I pray Allah Ta'ala guide us, assist us, and be with us. Inshallah, we're going to stop here. And we pray Allah Ta'ala put us on the path of guidance. Whatever I said which is wrong, may Allah grant us the opportunity to get correction so that we implement the best out of whatever we used to hear from other people. And whatever I say which is correct, may Allah reward me and you and assist us to implement the best out of it. Questions available quickly. One, he said, the part of meat or animals Allah made prohibited for the people of Musa, is it also prohibited to us? Secondly, is it good for a girl you intend to marry but have not paid for the dowry to cook food for you during Ramadan? What kind of person are you waiting for someone to cook for you? So the first one, no, it is not prohibitions. You remember, there are prohibitions that are prohibitions by themselves, meaning they are haram, prohibited. And there are certain things that are prohibited because of punishment, to punish you for what you have done. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked the Banu Israel not to take that fat, that fat, he said that for them to test what they used to do of evil. So that one is a punishment, and that's why Allah denied them eating that. Do you get that? But for the ones that were mentioned, eating dead animal and all those haram things, this one is prohibited by its own essence. Do you get that? So to us as Muslims, no. Those things prohibited for the Jews because of what they do is not prohibited to the Muslims. Do you get that? What is only prohibited for the Muslims to consume are those things that are clearly spelled out, either in the glorious Quran or by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then secondly, I don't know what you mean by a girl to cook a food for you, that you have not paid her dowry. What stops you from paying the dowry? Go and pay the dowry now so that they just conduct the marriage for you. Yes. Just go and pay the dowry, and then that is that. If the parents are comfortable with you, you pay the dowry, you become husband and wife, and that's all. You need sometimes to create a lot of obstacles. A lot of obstacles. And then within that obstacles we are creating, you create room for so many other evil things to happen in between. Usually, what Rasul said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if you want to marry, إِذَا أَتَاكُمْ مَنْ تَرْضَوْنَ دِينَهُ وَخُلُقَهُ فَزَوِّجُوهُ. Whoever want to marry your daughter and comes to you, you need to confirm two things. Dinahu, his religion. Find out about his religion, his religious orientation. Then the next, وَخُلُقَهُ, about his character. His character. Let him not just come with beard, with recitation Quran, with this fusaq, with everything and say he's religious. No. Find out about his character. And that is why scholars agreed that you can go and find out about the family of the person. Go and find out about his childhood age. How did he grow up? Who are his family? Where did he, how did he relate? How did he this? It's allowed. Don't come and say, because there are these that say, I want to marry her, she want to marry me, but we came to the parent, they refuse. Yes, they have the right to refuse until they confirm these things. Confirm your religion, confirm your character. But for you as a parent, you confirm the religion of that person. There is no problem in his religion. You confirm his character. He has been known to be someone who grew up in a decent way and has been behaving himself. And Rasul said, give him your daughter for marriage. If you refuse to do that, تَكُنْ فِتْنَةٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَفَسَادٌ كَبِيرٌ. If you refuse, there will be fitna on the surface of the earth. There will be something that will follow. So what normally parents are supposed to do is just to confirm this. Not to confirm his economic status, or his certificates, or the family, the richness of the family he comes from, or his tribe, or his region, or his that. No. Rasul said two things. Ad-din wal khuluq. His religion and character. If the character you are not comfortable with the character, yes, you deny him. Not because of the tribe he belongs to, but because of the character that he portrays, or that you have found out. Then for you that want to marry, Rasulullah said, people used to marry because of so many other reasons. For beauty, for background, for her level of education, or certificate, or employment. That is how, isn't it? Rasulullah said, alayka bi dhati din. Look for a religious wife, a religious sister to marry. And who is a religious sister? It's not also that sister that memorizes Quran, memorizes hadith, and this and that. The religiosity goes beyond that. We have heard what Rasulullah said, La imana liman la amanata la, wa la dina liman la ahada la. You see someone that is reliable. You see someone that is honest. This is what confirms religion. So you confirm her. She's a religious person, very decent person. Maybe she is ugly to your taste. Marry her. That's where you get the rest of mind. Maybe her family background, she didn't come from a very rich family. Marry her. That is where you get. Maybe she have one challenge, one problem or the other. Marry her. That is where you get the comfort you are looking for. But what we do is that we give preference to other things other than these major things. So if now you have seen someone you want to marry and the person is comfortable, go to the parents, pay the dowry, and then she can cook for you and you eat together. Not only she cook the food for you, you eat together, you enjoy together. I think that's the best I can answer this particular subject. I don't want to say this is halal or haram. Another question say, Mala, I woke up today with Janaba and I don't have water to do ghusl. And it's Fajr prayer time already. What should I do? Look for water. If it is Fajr prayer time, that is not a guarantee that go and perform tayammum. You only perform tayammum if the time of the salah will elapse before you get the water. You understand the difference? If the time of salah will elapse before you get the water, then you do tayammum. But just because al-fijr appeared, you have not gotten water, you don't do tayammum because of the appearance of al-fijr or because you are going to lose congregation. It is if this time will elapse. Do you get that? Then you do tayammum. Or you cannot be able to use water because of sickness or because the water will cause new sickness to you, and then you can now revert to tayammum. So don't say that it is already fijr. So because it has fijr and I couldn't get water, let me do tayammum. No. It is if you cannot get the water and then the time will elapse. I pray Allah assist us. This one said, Assalamu alaikum malam. May Allah increase you in health, wealth, and knowledge. I mean for your prayers. And may He increase all of us like that. He said, my question is regarding killing a soul. What about communities that do not want their children to be arrested if they commit something? Sometimes you apply force. Force has to be applied in the process, which leads to injury, sometimes death. Yes, killing a soul is haram. Killing a soul is prohibited. Killing a soul deliberate is a very serious sin, as we have mentioned earlier. But there's a difference between killing a soul because you want to protect yourself, or killing a soul because of a perceived problem that by authority, by justifiable authority, you are making attempts, and then in the process, then a soul or a life is lost, not deliberate. Do you get that? Then this one is different. But deliberate killing of a soul is haram, is prohibited. But killing a soul for protection. In fact, someone came and said, oh, the Messenger of Allah, someone came to attack me. He came to attack me, or came to collect my property. What will I do? Rasul said, attack him. Then he now said, how about if he kills me? The Prophet said, you die a martyr. He said, how about if I kill him? He said, I have killed nothing. So that's in the process of protecting your wealth or protecting your life. Then on the other side, if it is authority, justified authority with justified reason. For example, there are some hooligans, they are trying to do certain things in the community, and with justified reasons, by permission of the authority, and by all this, now you want to go and apprehend those particular things, and then on the process, something happened, not deliberate. It's not deliberate killing of life. May Allah assist us. Then the last question here, this person said, Assalamu alaikum. Can I pray Salatul Isha and Taraweeh at home with my family members, that's of our house? Yes, Taraweeh can be prayed at home with our family members. In fact, initially, Taraweeh is more preferred that you observe it at home. And that was what Rasulullah used to do. And then he also used to observe it in the open. That some people followed him. At the time of Umar bin Khattab, it became established that we should have one imam and everybody should follow the imam. Because even after the death of Rasulullah at the time of Abu Bakr and Siddiq, some people used to do Taraweeh in the masjid different people, small group, small group, small group. But at the end, Umar said, no, they were gathered under one particular imam and then listening to the recitation and observe one congregational tarawih. So tarawih in congregation is permissible, is allowed as a sunnah, but tarawih also at home is permissible and is allowed. But compulsory salat, like Salatul Isha and Co, to do it in the masjid, that is what is expected of you as a male. But for a female doing it at home is still okay. So you come to the masjid usually to be encouraged. Some people might not have very good tunation for citation of the Quran, who might not be able to get encouraged. But if they are in the midst of people, you see them, they will have the energy. They are in the midst of people, at least they listen to good recitation of Quran rather than they are under their battling and this and that. So to be in congregation in the masjid will be better for such kind of people. But someone who, for example, will even concentrate the more, will even pay more attention if he's praying alone, I will not miss it. For such kind of people, and his absence in the masjid will not be felt. There are people that their absence in the masjid will discourage others. Our scholars say this kind of people, they are supposed to come to the masjid so that they can encourage others. For example, if reciter A, reciter B, Imam this, all of them are not in the masjid. After Salah, they go back. I mean, there will not be encouragement for people. So those kind of people, it is expected of them to be in the masjid so that others can be encouraged. But in the summary, Salatul Tarawih can be performed at home. There is nothing bad in that with your own family. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our good deeds and forgive us our shortcomings. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد كما صليت على ابراهيم وعلى ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى محمد كما باركت على ابراهيم وعلى ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد. اللهم اجعل اجتماعنا اجتماعا مرحوما وتفرقنا تفرقا معصوما. اللهم لا تجعل فينا ولا منا شقيا ولا محروما. اللهم اهدنا سبل السلام. اللهم نجنا من الظلمات الى النور. اللهم ربنا ارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. اللهم اجعلنا من عبادك الراشدين. اللهم ربنا تقبل صيامنا وقيامنا وركوعنا وسجودنا واجعلنا من عبادك الصالحين برحمتك يا رب العالمين. ربنا ظلمنا انفسنا وان لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد كما صليت على ابراهيم وآل ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد وبارك على محمد وآل محمد كما باركت على ابراهيم وآل ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.